the Heart Star Pandiculation, I was looking at where are my feelings of sorrow? We don't want to be trapped in the tensions of sorrow just because our brain is running some automatic tension. We want to be free to feel all of life, but not be stuck in it. We don't want to be stuck in the echoes of that stuff. I don't want to be. There's a muscle that's really deep in us. It's so deep that massage therapists don't study it because it's inside the rib cage that forms the rays of the rising sun on the inside of the chest. Transversus, thoracis. Let's look at this movement that I came up with before COVID. I call it the Heart Star Pandiculation. We're going to do it on one side. I'm going to show you how to relax that muscle. We're going to compare the difference between the two sides, and we're going to do it on the second side. At the beginning assessment, one question I have for you, are you into chakras? Because I'm not really that into chakras. I'm not denying that type of idea. But just for a moment, indulge in the heart chakra, the heart space. It's not where the heart is. The heart is much lower than people usually think it is. A little bit of the heart actually crosses the center line and it goes over to one side down low, about as big as your fist. And we're not talking about the actual structural heart. We're talking about the heart energy here, okay? So think of someone that you love. Think of someone that you love. Think of your love for all of humanity or your love for yourself. If it's hard to find love for yourself, that's a whole other story and some other work that you've got to do. Can you love yourself? But right now, just find something to love. Imagine there's a searchlight coming out of your chest of that love. And notice really carefully, is it different from one side to the other? Is that love shining brightly, this beacon of love that's shining out of you? Now, after we do the first side, we're going to come back to that assessment and we're going to see what's different about the ability of the love to shine. This one really works great lying down. Notice on this picture that the ribs don't actually attach to the sternum. That bone down the center is the sternum. The ribs come across and they don't actually attach. There's a little bridge of cartilage. And I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, please, that cartilage between the ribs and the sternum, that's hyaline cartilage. That's the same cartilage as your nose, flexible. This muscle, if you look at it, it connects the inside tip of each rib to the back side of the sternum. And here's a view from the inside view. You can see that the upper ribs, they pull down a little bit. The angle goes down. And as it comes lower and lower and lower in this muscle, soon it's going very horizontally. And we're going to pandiculate that muscle. And here's how we're going to do it. I'm going to show you how to do what people might think is the impossible, how to control each strip of that muscle. So bring your hand across and find the collarbone on one side, okay? Now, that muscle doesn't come up to rib number 1, which is under that collarbone. It comes up to rib number 2, okay? Find the sternum. There's a little notch at the front of your throat. That's the sternal notch. There's the xiphoid process. Some people have a more protruding point. There's a little point at the bottom of the sternum. We're going to come down about halfway down the sternum and a little bit out to that side, okay? And we have the collarbone, and we're going to come down to the rib, and we know the muscle is between these 2 points, but on the inside. We're going to close that. It's not a big shoulder movement. We're not pushing it with the shoulder. We're closing as if we're taking a book. We're opening the book, and we're pulling the pages of the book together from the inside. Find those places, center a sternum a little bit over to that side, center from top to bottom a little over to the side, find the point of that second rib, and could you contort, could you distort the body? Your fingers are just placeholders. That lets you know you're doing it. You can help a little bit with the force, but not too much. Move the body, create a folding in that place to bring those fingers together, and that's that muscle being tight. Even tighten it up 80 or 90%. Really tighten it. What is the song that muscle sings when it is tight? Is it emotionful? Just let that line relax. Maybe gently breathe those two places apart. And this time we're going to do the on-demand breathing technique. I had started it during COVID to teach this movement. Let's really enjoy the breathing space potential of that little line. How much breathing does this muscle strip control? So a little breath in, between the fingers, closing on up. Fingers could push a little bit, really get it close together. How close can you get from inside? How close can those places pull together? Really tighten it up all the way. Find your gentle breathing, freeze right there. A little breath in against what's closed. And now continue to breathe in as it opens. Okay. Come one finger width down on the sternum. We're still over here on the side. It's like you're looking in the mirror at me. We're going to come down one more rib number 3. Okay. And we're realizing that there's that strip of cartilage that we're just closing up. We're just bending that cartilage with muscle tension. We're relaxing that space open. So here we go. The second strip of this muscle, rib number 3, gentle breath in and close. And if it's stiff, override the stiffness. Close it up, close it from inside, tighten it up, pull those two places together, distort the torso. Could you focus the effort there for that place to close? Squeeze the air out to make it happen. Okay. Breathing in as it opens. Again, with the on-demand breathing technique, the gentle breath in and closing it up. Look at the internal perception of the distance between those 2 points. Fingers are the placeholders. They could help a little bit push, not too much. Have the hands push that together, but once you get it, hold it from the inside. Breathe gently against what's closed, and then open slow. Breathe it open from there. How much air comes in as that vector opens, as that distance relaxes open? Now we could do it in 3 sections, rib number 2 and 3, 4 and 5, and then 5 and 6. Sort of 3 sections might be a nice way to do it. We're going to do the deluxe treatment here. We're on rib number 4. We're coming further down. We're not at the bottom of the sternum. We're, 2/3 of the way down on that side. Let's find these ribs. Now, as it goes down, the cartilage gets wider and wider. So we could be a little further out, not pulling down so much, now down and a little bit over to the center, closing on up. Close it. Close it from inside. Can you find that hardness? Can you rev it up? And what is the emotion? When I first did this, it brought back all sorts of memories from each place, and each place was very emotional. Now it's not. That is gone, and now it's just muscle tension or not for me. So there, and could you let it relax slow? Could you slowly relax out of that? Could you explore if you have control of that line? And closing it up, the third strip down we're doing, rib number 4. Gentle breath in against it. Breathe it open. Okay. Coming down here, almost at the very bottom tip of the sternum, wherever that is for you, over a little bit to that side, coming down to rib number 5. So it's a little bit of an angle. It's almost horizontal, not quite. We're going to close that. For me, to get it started, I need to push my ribs together in that place. But once I've got it, I can close that and hold that just right there. Beautiful. Okay. Relaxing out of that. Can your brain claim some of that space and closing it up again? Pull those 2 places together. Breathe in against it gently. Continue breathing in as it opens, as it relaxes. And then here, rib number 6, very beautiful. The strip of this muscle from rib number 6, it's at the bottom of the sternum, and we can come across horizontally. The bottom of the sternum, the xiphoid process, this strip of this muscle attaches to the back of that little tip. And some people have a very pronounced tip. Some people, it's tiny. Whatever it is for you, there's a lot of variation in the bones between people. Sometimes I grab it with thumb and index finger, and I can bring that around to help get it started, the Heart Star Pandiculation. So we're going to close it on up like a cinch at the bottom of the ribs, closing it on up. Once you get it, hold it from inside, that horizontal cinch from horizontal over to that point at the bottom of the sternum, pull that together, letting it relax open. That space opens. And then one more time, closing it on up. Breathe up against it. Opening slow. And now we're going to take the whole side, all the ribs, we're going to add them all up. That whole side. Rib number 2 pulls in. Rib number 3, 4, 5, 6. The whole thing on this side, like fingers curling around that lung space, closing it on up. Close it on up. Hold that whole side. Breathe against it. Breathe in just till you find a gentle limit, and then breathe the whole thing open. Beautiful. That. Okay. Now, let's come back to our assessment. Think of someone that you love. Let that love shine bright. Look at the difference between the sides. Can your love shine brighter on one side than the other? We don't want anything to diminish the brightness and brilliance of our love. We want to be shining lights of love. I want to be. I want to be love motivated. Love is the highest motivation that man can have, humans can have. Can you feel love on one side? Really try and find it. Let it shine on that side we didn't do yet. Now, it's different layout in different people. Drawn this muscle layout on one person compared to the muscle layout on the other. We're just doing in this general theoretical way. We're covering a lot of area, so I think we're getting it. Now, let's look at the second side. Rib number 1's under the collarbone. We're coming down one rib space, about halfway along that rib. We're finding the sternum, about halfway down from top to bottom of the sternum. We're about halfway down. We're a little over to that side, and that's the first strip. The gentle breath in. Can it close from the inside? The fingers are just the placeholders. They can help a little bit, but can the body distort? It's not a big shoulder push. You're not pushing it with the shoulder. The shoulder's along for the ride. Close it up. The Heart Star Pandiculation. Close that up. Like a bee stung you right there. Could you wince? And could that wincing quality close that space? Okay. And relax out of that slow. Respect the stiffness. If it's stiff, that means it's been tight a lot. What's the background stiffness? That's part of the problem that you're up against. We're all up against this tendency to fall into this rut of persistent tension. And the nervous system is running that muscular stiffness. I believe that. Okay. So let's try that one more time. Rib pulls down, the muscle on the inside of the body. It pulls together from the inside, closing it on up. Squeeze the air out. Gentle breath in against what's closed. And then continue to breathe in as it opens. Beautiful. What's your perception of the movement of the space? Now, on the video, it might look like a little bit of movement, but for me, it feels like it's opening this huge distance. Okay. It's like the rays of a rising sun coming down into the sternum. We're going to come a little bit further down the sternum, closing it up. That's it. Really tighten it. Can you feel the sensation of that muscle when it's under tension? Can you really switch it to manual control? Okay. Gentle breath in. Again, the on-demand technique. Closing on up. Pulls together from the inside. Breathe against it. Make your brain want it. Make it demand that space. Trying to breathe in against what's closed. Continue to breathe in as it opens. Okay. Is that a stiff line? That one's a little bit a stiffer area for me. Let's come on down. We're coming a little bit further down the sternum. Rib, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. We're rib number 4 maybe down here. A little further out. We're closing and pulling it down in. Hunch the body. just move the torso, distort the torso to bring those two places together. That's the action of that muscle, okay? Closing it on up. Tighten it. 80, 90, 100% tight. There you go, okay? Relaxing that open. Breathe it open a little bit, and then we're going to do the on-demand technique. We're closing it on up. Get those close together. Fingers can help push a little bit to get it close together, pulling. Breathe in against the closed space, and then find the limit. Breathe it open from there. Beautiful. Coming on down a little further. We're not quite at the bottom of the sternum. We're about 1 finger width up. Over on that side, we're down here, rib number 5, a little bit further out. It's going a little downhill, but not completely horizontally yet. We're closing that up. This one's stiff. My brain doesn't know how to get this. I'm going to push with my fingers to get it to close up. Once it's closed, I'm going to take over and hold it from the inside. Hold it from the inside. Really close it up. Tighten it up. That's it. Okay? Relaxing that space open. And again, with the breathing, closing it on up. Beautiful. That. Does it have any motionful quality? It's one of my questions for you. Close it on up. Breathe up against it. Continue to breathe it open. Beautiful. Okay. The last ribs down here, number 6, the last strip of this muscle. Find the xiphoid process, that bottom tip of the sternum, right there on the bottom tip, horizontally across. Well, that's it. That's rib number 6. A lot of people have there's a cinch over a quarter of the body, or cinch over this quarter of the body, a cinch at the bottom of these full ribs. There's the full ribs that their cartilage goes right to the sternum. There's the false ribs. They come and they just end up in this cartilage down here. They don't actually attach to the sternum. They don't point to the sternum. And then there's the floating ribs, a couple of those in the back. But we're just looking at the full ribs today. Right here. Close it on up. There we go. Let it come across. Can you find that one place, the epicenter of the contraction here, pulling it across? Breathe against it. Let it relax, just easy. And you could go slow. You could play with letting it out in little steps maybe, but I'm not going to go that far today. If you're lying in bed in the middle of the night and want something to do, you could do that. Closing it on up. Help it. I'm pushing it across. Help it get closed. Once it's closed, I'm freezing in that position. That's it. Okay? Gentle breath in against it. Breathe it open. Okay. Now, let's do this whole side. We're going to do this rib pulls down. Add to it, this rib pulls down. Add to it, this rib pulls down. Every rib. Can you pull that across the whole side? That whole side is curled in. Okay? Let that breathe open. Can you see with discernment, is some of it more free? Is some of it more stiff? Do you need to do more work in the upper, middle, or lower area? And now let's add the whole thing together. This one pulls down, this one pulls down, this pulls in, this pulls in. Close it up. Can all the ribs curl in and cave in the center of the chest? Notice as they curl in, they depress the chest inward. I have a movement called the bow. It's maybe a shortcut of doing all of this, but it's not so beautiful in its detail, the bow. But here we're closing it all in. These are pulling down, these are pulling across that. Breathe in against that. Make your brain want it. Now breathe it open. Yeah, beautiful. And there you go. Let's come back to love. Think of someone that you love. Let that love shine bright, like a beacon of blazing light coming out. Okay? Find sorrow. Look for sorrow. Is it there? Okay? That sunken chest, That's sorrow, that's grief, that's sadness, that's depression, that's worry, that's fear. It all adds up. Could be other places in the body too. Where is the tension? Is the tension habit determining what you're feeling? You can free yourself, and that's what this is about. Breathe that, close it, be in control of it. You are the sovereign ruler of your muscle system. You get to be godlike over your body and your space. Now, if it's stuck in a distortion, closing on up, well, then you're stuck. You're living in the echoes of the reactions to the past. Clear that out of there, okay? You can free yourself. In fact, you're the only person who can free yourself from the muscle tension. Nervous system is running your muscle tension problem. Your foot is hurting because the tension imbalance in the torso. The shoulder's messed up because of the tension imbalance in the torso. The neck pain, the headaches, tension imbalance in the torso. How you're stuck in these breathing space distortions that feel like normal to you. That, I propose, is the root. Try it, prove it to yourself. I believe this is the answer. And that's why I put it on YouTube, because it's more important for people to have it than for me to hold it close. I'm giving this away to you so that you can free yourself. I believe that you can be free. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I'm Eric Cooper, InspireSomatics.com. Blessings on your journey.